Welcome to the Real Estate Show with Pat Lopez, where we talk everything real estate. For this show, we're going to look at the Philadelphia market. We're going to look at inventory, days on market, what's going on with interest rates. They keep on going up. So let's jump right into 2024 sales. Redfin came out that sales for September hit a 14-year low. Sales haven't been this low since 2010 for September sales. So we're going through 2024, a really soft market for real estate sales / transactions. Also, interest rates have been going up. Since the Fed cut their rate on September 18th, they've been doing nothing but slowly climbing higher. You know, a really huge disconnect. Most people are saying, hey, what the heck's going on? Why are rates going up when the Fed cut the rate by 0.5%? Two different things. Fed cut the federal fund rate, doesn't translate 100% to the mortgage rate, which comes from the mortgage-backed securities or mortgage bonds. But they've been drifting higher. And now this is the third year in a row that interest rates have gone up in the fall. If we look at 2022, interest rates hit 7.25-ish, somewhere in that range, depending on, down payment, credit scores. If you're buying the primary investment properties, there's those, there's always variables when it comes to interest rates like that. Last year, 2023, rates hit 8%, 8.25%. And this year, since the Fed cut the rate in September, in October, they've been drifting up, and now they're hitting the high sixes to the 7% interest rate. So that's 3 years in a row we saw October where we are really getting pushed up against it when it comes to interest rates and affordability. Okay, so stats, and these stats are going to come from Altos Research. So we're looking at the median sale price. Now, what does median mean? Median means if there's 2,000 homes being sold, that means 1,000 sold for more, in this case, $275, because that's the median sale price, $275, and 1,000 houses sold for less than $275,000. So the median sale price, $275. And if you look at since July 5th to October 18th, it's been flat. It's been right around that 275, dipped a little bit, went up a little bit, but right around that 275, which makes a little bit of sense as well, because if the average person buying a home, that's what they can afford. Obviously you have to make X amount of dollars to be able to afford a home. Granted, if you make more money, you can afford more, but the median is that 275. Now, days on the market been trickling up a little bit. So if we look at the last couple of weeks, days on market went from 70 days up to 77 days. Now that happens for two reasons. One, interest rates drift up a little bit. So now there's less buyers. There's people on the sideline saying, you know what, rates are a little bit high. That payment I can't afford. I have to sit on the sidelines. That's one. The second part is the normal real estate transaction, just the ebb and flow of how real estate goes. Once we start hitting the fall to winter, people don't buy as much. There's holidays, you have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, cold weather, snow, the whole 9 yards. The busiest time is the spring market. The slowest time is the fall winter market. So days on market ticking up, pretty normal. We're up to 77 days. As far as days on market. And once again, that's median days on market. Price cuts, pretty flat, 41%. Heck, if we look at last year and the year before, it's pretty steady in between the high 30s to low 40s price cuts. And what does price cuts mean? Hey, any house that gets listed has at least one price cut or one reduction in the sale price. Okay, now inventory. Kind of stable. We're looking at, if we go back to July 5th, we had 2,469 homes available for sale. If we look at October 18th, the week of October 18th, we're at 2,458. We're talking about 10 houses different. So that's pretty flat. So inventory is staying flat. But if we look at pre-pandemic Pre-pandemic, we're talking about 2019, we were at 3,363 homes available for sale. So about 1,000 more. So inventory still is an issue. And when people turn around and say, hey, housing prices are going to drop, well, there's something called the rule of supply and demand. As long as there's more demand than inventory, housing prices will not go down. They can stay flat. They're not going to appreciate like in 2021, where you had 18% appreciation. It'll be pretty flat. And so far this year, we're tracking to be around a 5% appreciation for the whole year. So inventory is a little bit low. We're about 1,000 houses lower than 2019. But sale prices continue to go up. More on a historical base, 3 to 5%, not the 10, 19, 18% that we've seen in the past. So I hope you enjoyed some of those statistics that I gave you, and be sure to follow the show on Facebook and Instagram, and be sure to subscribe to the show. I have some great guests coming up, so be sure to check them out, and also leave me a comment. Tell me some topics that you would like me to cover in the future. Remember, this show is everything real estate, no limits. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next week.